Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING. Get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Thursday, May the 26th, race number 8 at Woodbine. We conclude the card with a maiden optional claimer for Ontario sired. We're going 6.5 furlongs on the Tapeta surface. Let's take a peek at this field. Scan the QR code for race of the day access on your mobile device. And to view free Formulator past performances, just head on over to the race of the day event page at drf.com. Once you've made your final determinations, you can play the Woodbine card on Thursday with your DRF Bets account, which includes free Formulator past performances. This is a pretty competitive field. A couple of first-time starters, a couple of experienced horses. Carpe, Horseshoe might take some money simply because it's Marcassi, second off the layoff, and faced Males last time.
It's kind of a wide open race. I don't think there's anybody that you can get too excited about in here. Dan, I did sort of feel like the one would probably go favored here, second off the layoff. She drops to the lowest level of her career here. So we'll see if she can just finally break through. She's had her chances for sure.
Well, let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector, and I think the pace projector certainly favors the number 3 Green Gables, who used her good speed last time out, her first race of the year. The only problem was she had to go very fast in that race on a contested pace, and she paid the price as a favorite. This time around, she might not have to exert as much energy to make the lead, and that could give her an advantage.
It could. She ran fine. She's also second off the layoff here and drop under the lowest level yet. And I do think she's, certainly fast enough to make the early lead in here. There were a couple of first-time starters, so we'll see if either of those horses have any speed.
While the number 1 Carpe Horseshoe is dropping out of a race against Males, it's not like that race has come back very strong just yet. 6 next out runners, none hit the board. The best Spire speed figure, 58. Carpe Horseshoe, I wonder if she kind of needed the race. She was chasing on the outside, tried to make a run at it at the quarter pole and flattened out. It seems she has some tactical speed. Her figs are very competitive, but maybe a little bit of only a very tiny bit of upside left after 9 starts.
Yeah, that's how I looked at her too. I feel like she's probably the horse to beat, Dan. She ran fine off the layoff last time. The race was won by a first-time starter, which, isn't always a great sign. The other thing about this horse that I think just gives you a little, cause for pause, ran really well, I thought, in her career debut. You're going back to July of 2020. She's second to a good horse named Dreamin' of Drew, earns a 64 buyer. It's almost 2 years later, still the fastest race she's ever run. Just hasn't gotten any better. This is probably the right kind of spot for her, Dan. I wouldn't take too short a price.
Yeah, in for the 25 is the number 1 Carpe Horseshoe in this maiden optional claimer. Betty's Passion is one of the 2 first-time starters in this race. The number 2, Luis Contreras, is named. A little too early to describe whether Passion for Action is going to be a precocious influence or not as a stallion. Only 1 for 12 with first-time starters. The dam is a half-sister to a Woodbine Oaks winner.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pedigree on the bottom, at least, to take a look at. She's a homebred. They're going to debut her for 25. We'll see if they have anything with her here. It's probably not a great sign. Her trainer's okay with first-time starters. Nothing great.
Green Gables is the expected pace of the race. She is going second off the layoff. She is in for the 25. She has some angles going for her. The concern is now she's got to stretch out to 6.5. And it's not like she's really been polishing off her races.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. She does have 1 prior start at 6.5. That was on turf. She ran well that day. Couldn't hold a lead, but she wasn't, it's not like she totally gave it up in there. So we'll see if she can just show up here, maybe get loose on the lead and just run one of her really good races. I guess if she takes a little bit of a step forward and gets loose, she could be hard to run down.
While Carpe Horseshoe and Green Gables have 1 race off the layoff, the 4 Infinite Passion has 2, and maybe that gives her a little bit of an advantage from a fitness standpoint. The problem is, while her first race was good, it was slow, and her last race was also slow, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, and in between, there's not much that you can, really point to have a lot of confidence in or with. I think they've run her 5 times for this tag already. Not close to good enough in any of those starts.
Ms. Gemma's been away almost 6 months, and I think the layoff, coupled with the fact that she's returning at a sprint distance, could be problematic. I wonder if perhaps she is prepping for a longer race down the road. We're going to watch her final start as a 2-year-old. It was a 1.16 race, and I thought she ran just fine. They swing into the stretch, and this pace was solid. Ms. Gemma tried to make a move into the pace. She's the gray horse, and she's going to keep grinding, and she just misses.
Yeah, she's going to stay to the end. That's a good thing for her. It is a new top figure as well. You mentioned that the pace was pretty solid, though, Dan, and the horse that's going to wind up winning was part of that pace, took over around the second turn. You can see how tired that horse is on the lead right now. So Miss Gemma is going to make it close, but she's just never really catching that horse. I thought that this horse ran fine last time, but in a lot of ways, she had all the best of it, too.
Dusty's Chance, the number 6, is the other first-time starter in the field by Flat Out, an 11% debut stallion. This one sold for $30,000 as a yearling. There's not a ton of black type in the family, but at least the dam has foaled 6 prior winners.
Yeah, I like that about the dam. She hasn't dropped any stars, but all 6 of her prior foals have won a race. Several of them have won multiple races. That's a good sign. This horse looks like she has some pretty nice works leading up to this race as well. She's a 4-year-old already, but maybe she can run a little.
Classic Queen is the number 7, going out for Danny Vella and in for the 25. Another horse going second off the layoff. This horse ran third in her first start of the form cycle, stayed close to a fast pace, kind of in behind horses very briefly, and then finished third. I think she could build off that effort, Mike.
Me too. I personally feel like she was going to be a lot closer last time. I'm not going to sit here and suggest that she was going to win, but she got caught behind a horse that was stopping on the lead as they came into the stretch, and she got shuffled right out of the race. Dan lost a lot of position there. I thought she did well to re-rally for third. That was a pretty nice race off the layoff. And if she takes even a little step forward here, she can go with these horses.
And she ran into some strong competition in special weights last year as a 2-year-old. Classic Queen looks well spotted. Gary Boulanger is listed to ride. Hekla's Aura is the number 8. Hekla's Aura last raced October the 1st, was listed as a vet scratch 18 days later, and now is returning off of a lengthy layoff. Now, she was likely in too tough in her most recent start. The winner of that race would come back to run second with a 63 buyer. The problem is 2 starts back, she was arguably against cheaper, and she couldn't get it done.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too. I'm fine to give her a pass for the last race. I don't like the race 2 starts back. It was against weaker horses. She had every chance in that spot, and she just wasn't good enough.
Connection's going to try something different with the 9 Cedar Valley, and why not? After 17 prior starts, they're going to take the blinkers off. The problem is she's run without blinkers in the past, and it really hasn't made much of a difference. I did think she ran okay last time off the layoff, finishing third. Let's watch that performance. On May the 6th, Cedar Valley was 7-1 in her first start off of the layoff. She is in the thick of this, and the pace was solid, 22-2 for the opening quarter. She stays on well to be third. Maybe she could build us this effort, and she does have some competitive buyers on the go back.
I agree with all that stuff. I mean, she would be far from a shock in this race. She ran well here off the layup. No excuse, but only third best at the end, but she still ran well. She's got several races on the go back that also put her squarely in the mix against this field. She's just had too many chances for me, Dan.
Please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel to access all the latest DRFTV video offerings. 3 weeks away to the Belmont Stakes. Top pick time for our Thursday race of the day. I don't love Carpe Horseshoe. I think she's going to work out a decent trip in here and get it done for Cassie, but I certainly see what you said about Classic Queen, and I would urge everyone to click on the short comment of Classic Queen's last race in your free formulator past performances. You get to watch the trip.
Yeah, I thought she was pretty unlucky last time, Dan. I'm happy to give her a shot in here if she doesn't take too much money.
7136 for Mike, 1357 for me. It's the Thursday race of the day, the 8th at Woodbine. Good luck.